This popcorn pour set was an accident. Let me explain. So I was making a Mancala set, specifically a Starry Night Mancala set, and I needed a whole bunch of clouds. While the clay I use is white, once glazed it does become quite cream, so all of the pieces needed to be underglazed white and given eyes. Unfortunately, it seems that I grabbed some of the clouds that weren't underglazed yet and went ahead and glazed them and fired them. So I ended up with a whole bunch of clouds that were cream colored. And what do cream colored clouds look like? Well, popcorn. Luckily, I had made a whole bunch of extra clouds, so the plan was simple. I would take all of these little popcorns and turn them into a popcorn pour set. The popcorn pour set that was in a little paper bag. So I rolled out a bunch of clay, cut it into 5 different little rectangles to make my little paper bag. I don't often make pieces with super straight lines, so this was definitely difficult for me and took me out of my comfort zone. I slipped and scored them together and then spent a whole bunch of time smoothing them out and testing that the pieces would actually fit inside. And it was set aside to dry before being bisqued, and this was a little frightening because clay does shrink in the kiln. Luckily, the pieces were still able to move around freely, so it was time for underglaze. I decided to go with the classic red and white stripe pattern that is so iconic with bags of popcorn in America, I feel like. So that meant a whole bunch of line work. After, I believe it was 2.5 hours of underglazing straight lines, I had a very cute little popcorn bag, and the only thing left to do then was glaze it and put it in the kiln, and here it is. A popcorn pour set.